Okay,
I have a donation.
yes, Dr. Betzler?
Yeah, earlier today, an anonymous donation came in for $600, and they would like that donation to be earmarked for the middle school, well, 7th grade, to be specific, STEAM program, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics.
Ms. Sherman?
I'll make a motion that we accept the donation, but then I'd like an opportunity to speak towards the STEAM program because it's a curriculum piece, and I think I have some additional information.
Jack, okay.
So,
Ms. Sherman?
the STEAM program is a new unified arts we're trying, and we're trying it out this calendar year, school year, with the 7th graders, and it's got a lot of hands-on materials that are needed to make the projects they're doing work. And at the moment, the curriculum people were told the other night that many of the activities are being funded either by the individual teachers or through donations from the rest of the staff. Now, sometimes it's just bring in everybody's toilet paper rolls, those kinds of things. But there is some money involved in buying what I call local purchases. And we've had in the past, at least at the science department, we had a local purchase. You could go and buy Q-tips or paintbrushes or oranges or whatever you need. So I think this money would be a great donation to cut as a PO towards that STEM instructor. Let her then have a local PO to buy the little things she needs to make this work for the 7th grade this year. It's kind of in an experimental phase, and she's working really hard on getting this curriculum up and going.
Okay. Any other comments or questions on this? Mrs. Green?
Well, as worthy as this is, and I certainly support all the STEM initiatives, I don't agree with accepting anonymous donations. I feel it's a bad precedent, and it's a bad policy to accept anonymous donations. As much as we're grateful for donations, I think it's important that the board know the identity of the donor. It does not have to be publicized, but I think the board needs to know who it is.
But that's what I was going to ask. So you would change your mind if you knew who the donor was?
If the board knew.
Well, I got to tell you, since you insist on being a busybody, I'm the donor. There's no quid pro quo involved. I have no children in this district, and the money is coming from my stipend. Is that acceptable to you?
It's not a matter of whether it's acceptable. I just simply wanted to have that disclosed.
Of course, just like Aunt B would want to know. Do we have any other questions or comments?
Can I make a comment?
Yes. And then Jack.
Jack, go ahead.
Oh,
Thank you, Peter.
came up in CIP, was clearly a need.
I just,
In curriculum, I can't.
I'm sorry, in curriculum, sorry.
It is
I have
not-
CIP on the mind tonight.
thank you very much. And it's not uncommon that people donate anonymously. It's a very common practice because people sometimes don't need to put feathers in their caps, and they like to fly under the radar screen. There's no ulterior motive. There's no diabolical scheme. It's just people doing good things. So thank you for your effort.
Not a problem.
Thank you, Peter.
Okay. Yes.
And if truth be told, this is not the first time that Mr. Bealo has donated. This is not the second time. This is one of many times, and he begged me over and over and over to not share. He wanted absolutely no credit for this. This goes back a few years now, and Mr. Stokinger can confirm that as well. So this is generous and for all the right reasons, and everybody knows how much you love sciences and math, and so we're very much appreciative. And I know, I know the staff over there is, and so thank you.
Very
you,
welcome.
Peter.
Anyhow, so there's a motion on the floor, and it's seconded. Are there any other comments? Stephanie?
First of all, thank you. That's very generous of you. I think that, I just have to say, the whole commentary, busybody, diabolical, I mean, this is just, it's kind of wild.
Oh, you did?
I mean, you had to know that
Oh,
if
you didn't say
I
diabolical.
have the floor.
Yes, yep, guys.
You just have to know that this is a question that Mrs. Green would ask. I mean, she's asked this of other donations before. It doesn't necessarily, it doesn't single you out. It's a question that she's asked before. You had to have known she was going to ask it. So you could have easily said, nothing at all and let her just vote no. But you chose to come at her. I just find that to be incredible. I mean, you didn't know that she was going to ask? You didn't know she would object? I mean,
This is a minor donation, barely above the limit even required. No, I didn't. And I take personal offense to it. So
you didn't have to say anything at all.
I felt it necessary. Jack, I'd like to go into a vote. We got to get on.
Yeah, I know,
we got a
but I
long
think
meeting.
it needs, but, okay, just for clarification, there's no, we're just airing this out. Whenever this topic is brought up, it's like there may be some, if it is just said, I think it's inappropriate, but it's that there may be some impropriety there. So it's suggested that there may be an impropriety, and we've discussed it more than once. Everyone knows how everybody feels, so I agree, let's just move on.
Yeah, let's.
Okay, all those in favor? All those against? I'm abstaining. Okay, Dr. Metzler, or actually, Mr. Woodworth and Mr. Hogan, I believe.